Guys, brutal week for Governor Christie. What a week of contrast from the White House to the courthouse. We've got team chaser coverage. Matt Rooney is going to weigh in, editor of the Save Jersey blog, friend of the show, and Diana Blast chasing the walk to Washington. But first, Alex, I want to start with you. Courthouse, what's going on?
Governor Chris Christie, just when it seems like he's gotten ahead of all the Bridgegate shenanigans that have dogged him since 2013, he falls behind again. Christie going from his highly publicized lunch with President Donald Trump at the White House just a day ago, and now receiving a summons in the mail. No one likes to receive the summons. For Christie, it could be official misconduct with the possibility of 5 to 10 years in jail. That's because Bill Brennan, Christie's Jabert to his Jean Valjean, is pursuing him again. And this time, Bill Brennan has the law on his side, with the judge ruling in Bergen County on Thursday that there is probable cause that Chris Christie violated the official misconduct statute by not telling his aides to stop the realignment of the lanes to the George Washington Bridge in September of 2013, which became known as the Bridgegate scandal. Now, Brennan has waged this crusade since October and has bounced around a bunch of different courtrooms, and essentially, we're back where we were in October, but here's the key thing. The judge ruled today that there's a possibility, not a definite fact, a possibility a crime has been committed. And normally, right after that happens, the case goes to the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office. Well, last month, the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office said they are not going to pursue the case. They refused to go after the governor. So has the State Attorney General's office. So we're deadlocked. We are at an unprecedented judicial crisis in New Jersey. Who will take on Governor Christie? We really don't know, but Bill Brennan said today that he is going to repeat his call for a special prosecutor, someone who can take this case on. And predictably, Governor Christie was quick to respond, calling today's court proceeding a non-event and saying that the judge that ruled that Christie could have committed official misconduct has once again violated the governor's constitutional rights, and the judge is violating the law, pure and simple. We'll see what happens, but Christie, according to the judge, has to show up in court on March 10th, put himself in the dock, and answer these questions.
Matt, let me bring you in here. So is this, I mean, it's bad press for sure, but are they truly deadlocked, or is the prosecutor, in your opinion, as a lawyer, just blowing it off because there's really nothing there?
The Christie administration said this is a non-event. I think that's true legally, but it's certainly not a non-event politically. Two very different things. At the end of the day, it's one thing to say that maybe there's probable cause that somebody committed a crime. It's a much more difficult standard to say you can actually prove it in a court of law. You have to be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Frankly, if we could prove that Chris Christie did something wrong beyond a reasonable doubt, he probably would have been indicted by the U.S. attorney.
I'm still not counting him out politically. There's so much turmoil in the Trump administration, and I think eventually Trump is going to realize he needs somebody who has actually run a government, and he might turn to Christie. The problem is there was one rule in politics: it's don't become a laughingstock. Being dragged into municipal court is a joke. I hear him on my way in. I'm doing a stint on sports radio, and he's doing hoodie-footy pajama ads. No offense, Bill.
Wait, the governor's trying to get in on that?
The governor doing hoodie-footy pajama ads, he's becoming a punchline.
Thanks, Matt. Diana, you're back fresh off the train trip. What do you got?
That's right, Bill. And it's a perfect day for breaking news. New Jersey's political elite were all aboard the chamber train on Thursday for the annual Walk to Washington, a schmooze fest for lobbyists, business leaders, and political candidates. But for me, it was a perfect time to ask them.
I gotta ask you.
Yes.
The news about Christie today.
Sure.
What's your take on it?
Well, unfortunately, look, he should be prosecuted. I have legislation in for a special prosecutor. It's not moving.
New Jersey Senator Ray Lesniak, who also happens to be running for governor in New Jersey, had a lot to say on the topic. Others, not so much.
Not really. I haven't seen the report, and I'm not a judge nor a lawyer, and I think we should let the judicial process play out.
Now, Governor Christie was not on the train. He's said to be taking his own personal transportation down to D.C. He's expected to be the keynote speaker at the dinner later. But take a look for yourself. I don't think he was missed too much on this train.
What's your drink?
My drink is I'm pouring Tito's and cranberry juice.
It's a lot calmer than when I used to go on. There would be people going up and down the train. People would be carried off the train, unfortunately, yes.
Now, the event is in its 80th year, but there still are newbies to it. One special guest, Cardinal Joseph Tobin, was there.
And I think this is going to be the high point of my life.
Why is that?
Well, because it seems like such a unique experience.
No shots. Oh, this is Trenton. I've got to go.
Gotta say, it was just getting fun as I got off.
So, all right, so let me ask, so on your trek, right, you said it was quiet. I mean, I've been on that train, and but years ago when they were still smoking. Oh my God. Smoking, drinking, it was chaos. It was fun. I mean, but it doesn't seem very productive. It seems like you've got lobbyists and politicians and political wannabes figuring out ways to spend the people's money.
Oh. That's one way to put it. You know, there was a couple of rowdy cars where there was a ton of drinks and food. Otherwise, I saw a lot of cards being exchanged, a ton of laughter.
They ought to do this trip as like a commute to New York to see what New Jersey commuters are going through every day.